In this video, we'll take a look at how you can add some notes to statistic graphs. There's two types of notes. The first one is just a text note. So when you hover with the mouse over a certain value, you will see displayed a note. The second one is a little bit like a post-it. You won't be able to read the text without hovering, but you will see on the graph there is something there. For example, I'm looking at the statistic graph letter is out, and on this day, January 19th of 2018, the office was closed. I'd like to put a little note so that when you look at this value you can see why. First method, we're going to the right to the statistic entry and we're going to look up this values by statistic, this particular statistic here. So this is letters out. Now remember, I'm looking at 2018, so I need to scroll up a little bit. And there's my zero value. So this field here is the note field. If you look at the top here, you'll see you have a date and time, a value field, and a note field. So let me put here a note, and then I click on save. And you're not going to see anything appear on the graph. However, if you're looking at this statistic graph and you hover with the mouse, you will see on the right side in that yellow box at the bottom, the note is listed there. A little thing that throws off people, you cannot add a note if you don't have a value. Let's say I don't have a value. I save this. My note will disappear as well because I cannot enter a note without having also a value. The other method is to add a change log. If you look, usually it's on the right here in Management by Statistics. So where your battle plans is, you'll have the change log tab. If you click on this, right now I selected one particular graph, so it gives me the option to add a change log to this statistic graph. Just click on the little post-it button and we'll come back to this in a minute. Right now I'm just adding a note to this particular statistic graph. Now the date here is January the 19th, so let me change this to 2018 and let's put now. And I save my note. Very often it'll take a while before the database can show that, so just click on the refresh button here at the top. That forces the database to take it into account, and now you can see there is like a little post-it note here. Now to view that note, I will still have to hover over it, and in the box it'll tell me what the note was. If I go to the change log, I'll be able to see those notes. If I print this graph, this little yellow sign will appear on the graph, however not the note. I need to go to the change log, click on print to print all the notes relevant to this particular statistic. To delete it, just go back to change log and then make sure you select the right statistic. Sometimes this is hidden. If it just stays for the last 120 days, there won't be anything, so always make sure you select all dates. When the note appears, you can edit it or you can delete it here. I'm going to delete it. Again, it won't show immediately, so click on the refresh button and the note will disappear. One last thing, if I wanted to add a note for all the statistics for Jenna or for the front desk. If it's for a person, I would go to employees. If it's for a post, I would go to post. Select in this case the front desk. So I want to put the same note on all these statistics. So I'll go to change logs. And you'll notice now that what I see here is front desk. So if I click on note, I'm going to leave it assigned to one particular post. I'm going to put a test note, and remember I'm looking at 2018, so let's put it on the 20th 2018. If I click OK, now I'm going to refresh, and you can see that it added that particular yellow note to all the statistic graphs. So you can do it by post, or you can do it by employee. If I click here and select somebody else and assign a no, do a change log here, it'll also apply to all these particular statistic graphs.